If there's one thing that really irks me about writing culture is the misconception that to make good character development there has to be tragedy or hardship. Character development does not revolve around tragedy or hardship. Character development revolves around adding depth to your character. And people use tragedy as a crutch to do that. Like the character losing his whole family in a fire or some shit. And that's the reason why he's so hard. And he doesn't tell anybody why he feels the way he feels. And he's so like he has it all bottled up inside and because it doesn't want to lose anybody else. That's just a crutch. I mean, it makes a good character, but every time somebody makes a character, they don't think of any other way to develop that character most of the time. And I see this the most in indie writing specifically. Indie writing is a fucking scorn on the earth. Leave it to Stephen King, brother. Leave it to Stephen King. Leave it to the people who will actually make books out of this shit. Stop it. Okay? You are bad at it. And I'm bad at it too. I suck at writing books. I wrote one in freshman or fucking sophomore year. It was garbage. But at the same time, the character had a goal. That wasn't just revenge. He had a reason to get that goal, and there were underlying mysteries about his background and how he was so good at what he was doing. Tragedy is not something like the backstory is not something you put as a forefront for a character to make an interesting character. You keep that a mystery until the end when people don't care anymore about the mystery. And people use tragedy as a crutch every single time. Characters can be hard badasses without experiencing hardship. They could have just been a drug dealer, went to jail, and then had to fall into a gang. And it turned out they looked very scary, and they were pretty good at it. There's not hardship in that apart from going to jail. There's no tragedy there. He didn't die. His family members didn't die. He was just a drug dealer. For good character development, yes, there will be a little bit of hardship. There will be a tiny bit of that, like, shit. And for a good backstory, it has to be mysterious. It has to be, like, keeping you guessing. You don't know the full picture. Because that's not what the story should be centered around unless it's a fucking prequel. I am a firm believer that flashback scenes are a bad thing to put in all forms of media because it gives the player too much information. Leave the character mysterious, for the love of fuck. There's a reason why the Red Dead characters don't fucking talk about why they are this way. They don't talk about their previous hardships that much because it's not as interesting as blowing some motherfucker's brains out on the Wild West. It's not as interesting as robbing banks. Like, yes, it gives you an insight as to why they're in the gang and shit like that, but it doesn't help. It's not supposed to be in the forefront. Yes, Arthur Morgan, his whole family fucking died. His parents didn't care about him. But is that like constantly given to you? Is that like his his full motive? Does that like fuel him? No. What fuels him is the loyalty for the gang and how it's his only family. All that does is support the thought of that. It supports how he is so loyal to the gang because the gang is the only family he's ever had, apart from a girl he dated once and had a kid with. Excuse me. But like, it's just like y'all motherfuckers be putting too much emphasis on tragedy in your characters. And it fucking it irks me so goddamn much. Sorry for like the random ass rant video. I'm just fucking sick of it, bro. That's all I see. That's all I see in all forms of writing these days of like indie and like middle schoolers. I had to put tragedy. I had to put the tragedy in my story because I don't know how to write a story. I don't know how to write characters. No, 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 no. Shut the fuck up. I don't care about your character's fucking tragedy. All right? Jesus Christ. People just suck at writing now. I'm a firm believer that people just suck at writing now at this point. Anyway, that was my fucking the freak out video. Like, subscribe, fucking turn on that bell. I'm basically just trying to do whatever to keep posting. I'm currently working on a Roblox game called Purgatory, where you try to escape purgatory. If you're interested in that, I'll try to make a devlog or some shit, I guess. Bye bye.